This video is sponsored by Skillshare, which offers thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people.
Jordan's messages.
On!
Little different. Little different. When we were about to turn on the camera, Josh said these questions are a little different. So I wrote little different. What does that mean? We'll find out together. Let's go. Let's get to the messages.
Here we go.
Dear Jordan and Josh, I really like my boyfriend. This is not a little different. We are, well, maybe it is. We are usually on the same page. He likes the same music that I do. He goes to church with me, usually. And he values hard work. I am 21, and we are expecting to be married right after college next summer. The only thing is that if I jokingly hit him, violence. Bleep it out. I can't say that. We might get demonetized. He hits me to the point of it hurting. Oh no. I believe that a guy should never hit me. So, I've asked him to not do that, but he says that everything has to be equal. Therefore, logically, if I touch his shoulder, he will touch my shoulder, even though I don't like that. Is that a bad sign? Does everything have to be equal? Should I break off our engagement? Wow. That took a little different turn. A little different. Alright, so you have a boyfriend who hits you. And you tell him not to, and he says no. And he hits you. That's basically, in a nutshell, if we take all of the little different communication, all the little fun banters, that's basically what's happening. She says, please don't hit me. And then he hits her, and again, repeatedly. He does this over and over again. That's messed up. It's wrong. Just know that for a fact. It shouldn't be happening. But the question is, should you break off?
Do you disavow it?
I disavow it. But the question is, should you break off the engagement? This is what you need to do. You need to have a little conversation. A little conversation with your boy. You need to say, look, I know that sometimes guys, they don't just doing stuff, okay? Bam! Alright, maybe he's clueless and he's not actually violent, alright? Even though he's being violent. You know what I'm talking about. Maybe you need to sit down and have a conversation with him. Look, okay, I know I playfully hit you. When you hit me, it hurts. Really, really bad. And I want you to stop doing that. And then if he says, okay, that's I didn't realize it was that big of a deal, but can you stop hitting me too? Then you should say yes. Because I mean, you're hitting him too. Right?
But don't hit people.
Just don't hit each other. What's the point? I mean, what's the point of hitting each other? I just don't understand it. I'm trying to remember liking somebody and hitting them. Hey Jordan and Josh, I watched the video about your cycling accident and how much it changed things in your life. I literally just made this video like just last week or 2 weeks ago.
Fresh
Fresh. And it made me think about my own life. See, my wife and I do parkour together. Wow, a little different, Josh. I've always been more athletic, so sometimes it's discouraging to her to see me try more dangerous tricks than she would be comfortable doing. In your video, you mentioned a friend asked you if the accident was worth the risk of your comfortable life. And that's the question I want to ask. Whether or not the sport is extreme, where do you think is a good place to draw the line? All right. I'm just gonna make this plain and simple. If you're jumping off buildings and you're married, you should stop. If you're jumping off, look, if this is what I have decided in my life. All right, I just instinctively know when something is getting to the point when it's dangerous. Now, like to the point of my abilities where I might feel out of control. And that's the point that you need to stop. As soon as you feel like I might not be, even for one split second, I might not be able to control something that is happening. When you're talking about a dangerous activity, that is when you need to stop. Okay, now maybe it's worth it when you're younger, you really don't have anything going, I'm not saying, like, it's okay to be slightly more, I'm not saying that people should, but I know that's how I was with cycling. It's very dangerous. Of course, I could put myself in a harmful situation if I know that it might help my life later on to be able to get better and maybe, make money eventually or something like that. But when you're just doing this for fun, don't jump off buildings. If you think, wow, look, this might hurt me, I could get hurt, just don't do it.
Is the risk worth The gain?
And the answer is no. The risk is not worth the gain. I don't look, if for 1 second, like I'm saying, you think something might happen, I might be out of control, then don't do it. At that point in your life, just don't do it. It's not worth it. You know, sometimes people write into messages and they say this: I finally have a situation that is worthy of a message. Look, that is not something to be proud of. Instead, I wish people would write in and say to me, Jordan, I have finally developed a skill and I'm making lots of money, and it's all thanks to messages. That would make my life. That is a message to be proud of. And I think we all know the best way to learn a new skill, and that's right. It's with Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey, with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people. Their topics include design, photography, video, freelancing, and more. Their classes include a combination of video lessons and a class project, and they'll fit your schedule and skill level too. So whatever your current level of experience is, Skillshare has classes to help you achieve your goals. And most classes are under 60 minutes, so you can learn something new without putting your life on hold. Members get unlimited access to thousands of inspiring classes with hands-on projects and feedback from a community of millions. When you join Skillshare, you should really check out the class, How to Make a Podcast, Plan, Record, and Launch with Success. And if you're interested in developing good money habits, check out Modern Money Habits, 5 Steps to Build the Life You Want. And here's the thing. You get access to all of these classes for an incredibly affordable price. An annual subscription is less than $10 a month. So be one of the first 500 people to click the link down in the description below, and you'll get 2 months of the premium membership for free. That's right, I said 2 months free when you click the link down in the description below. Do it now! Let's get back to the messages. Dear Jordan, I am married, but I like another person. That's not a little different.
Not even in messages land.
I met this girl a few years back, and we dated for a while. Even though, man, when you saw that first sentence, you were like gold. You didn't even read the rest.
I did.
Did you? Oh, all right.
I swear. It's a pretty good one.
All right. He met this girl.
I don't want people thinking they can trick me by just making the... Come on.
Josh cannot be tricked. I met this girl a few years back, and we dated for a while. Even though it was for a short period of time, I really thought she was going to be the one. We eventually broke up because she had some health issues, and she didn't want to hold me back from doing things that I want because she couldn't do them with me. Hiking, kayaking, biking, etc. We tried to stay friends, but I was kind of a jerk about it. Last time we spoke was about 2 years ago. I said I was sorry. She said she forgave me, and we went our separate ways. I thought we would remain friends, but she completely blocked me from social media, and I have not tried to contact her since. I can take a hint. Now I'm married, and I love my wife so much, but every so often I can't stop thinking about this other girl. I miss her so much, not even in a romantic way, I just miss her. I often hope I will see or hear from her again. I hate that sorry, there's more. It should have ended right then. I hate that I think about her so much, though. I always get upset with myself because it's not fair. But how do you cope with the loss of a loved one without... I'm so lost. You are lost. All right. Look, sometimes we make mistakes. All right? Not saying that marrying your wife was a mistake. That's not what I'm saying at all. Your mistake was just being a jerk to somebody, all right? And then expecting that you could go on Facebook Messenger and be like, hey, look, I'm sorry. I apologize. And then hope everything's okay. And she's like, oh, yeah, it's fine. Blocks you. All right?
Oh, have I not blocked him yet?
Yeah, wait. Have I not blocked him? Gone. You're gone. We often regret mistakes for good reasons. But we need to learn from these mistakes. The mistake that look, this girl is gone. You're never hearing from her again. All right?
Maybe he'll hear from her sometime.
No, you won't. You're ruining your life. You're never hearing from her again. All right? And if you do, don't even respond. It's like kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of right. What I'm saying is, we regret things for reasons. Now, if we let these regrets destroy our life, that's bad. But if we let these regrets like help our current relationships, that's a great thing. You can learn a very valuable lesson here is what I'm saying. Just don't destroy your life by thinking about this person 24/7 because it's pretty messed up. All right, I'm just gonna be honest with you. But let that relationship just let it die because it's dead. All right, just stop going to the gravesite. It really makes no sense. It's just destroying you. Spend time with your wife.
The gravesite blocked you anyway.
Yes.
You can't even get there.
You can't get there. You don't know the directions. There's no GPS. Stay at home with your wife. That's what you think about. Learn the lesson. Learn the hard lesson. Okay. Teach your children, if you have children, not to be jerks to people. Teach yourself not to be jerks to people. And that is what I would say. Hi, Jordan and Josh. I go to youth group regularly and really enjoy it. I've made a lot of friends and it's really fun. I've recently gotten to know this girl who is very edgy, I guess. I can picture her in my mind. I know the exact person you're talking about. She talks a lot about drinking and doing drugs, and she cusses a lot and does other bad things. As a sheltered Christian homeschooler, this makes me very uncomfortable. However, it's very hard to avoid her since I see her twice a week. She always tries to come and talk to me, and I don't want to be rude, but I don't like being around her. What do I do? Look, it's a great question, all right? I've been around these people, and it's like, what do I do? It's not that you're a sheltered Christian homeschooler. It's like there's this strange human being who thinks that it's cool to try and be edgy and like represent themselves that way when they're clearly not really that way. They're just trying to be rebellious.
They're probably more sheltered than you.
That's what I'm saying. So don't like sit here and insult yourself. This person is more sheltered than you are. You're like coping with it and trying to figure out how to, make this into your life, but this person has just gone off the deep end. In my friend group, when somebody was like that, it was just like, oh, okay, that's that person. All right, we'll be nice, but that's that person. All right, that's abnormal. And then slowly, nothing changed. Nothing, I'm gonna be honest, nothing changed. You lose contact, they're gone. You find on Facebook and Instagram, wow. That makes sense. And then you're friends with them, but then you mute them. That's how this is gonna end up being, all right? That's exactly what's gonna end up in 10 years for you. I mean, it's what it is. So what do you do here and now? You're on Wednesday night and you're just trying to enjoy your potluck dinner. What do you do? Because I keep cursing across the table. I think I just tried to make these people feel uncomfortable. And when I think about it, and I wasn't not trying to be mean. It was just kind of like make them slightly feel like uncomfortable. Don't be that pushover who's like, oh yeah, and then you like try and walk away. Like don't give into that.
Huh. So tell me more about these drugs that you're talking about.
Yeah, just make them feel just so awkward that they're talking about. That's how you deal with these people. You make them, you put a mirror in front of their face and you're like, look, this is who you are, and I'm not letting you get away with it. That's how you deal with this. Now be creative. You don't take that stuff, all right? They're done. That's what I did.
Wow, this is like years of frustration.
And
you're dealing with
that's
it now.
Right. Look, Josh, you did really well this time. Look, oftentimes, actually every time, we have an alternate question. Just in case, and I know it's sad, in case I'm reading one of your amazing questions and it just wasn't that, something was off. And so I throw it away and Josh gives me an alternate. Well, we didn't need any alternate. So whoever is the alternate question, your name is just Annoyed. You're gonna remain annoyed. I'm sorry, I apologize. But look, I think that the last 2 episodes just have been great. Alright, this one, the questions were a little different. But I think it was pretty good. I'm happy with them. Overall, I think I'd give myself a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Alright, well, don't be messy. I almost said see you next week. That's like, what was my saying? And leave good messages. And I'll see you. Probably not next week, Josh, but
See you soon.
soon. Josh looked at his calendar, couldn't do the quick math. Soon.